Hey friends, it's Lenny here at 1A Auto. Today we're working on our 2004 Volvo XC90 all-wheel drive version, and I'm going to be replacing the forward lower torque shift mount. It's going to be very simple. I can do it, you can do it too. And as always, if you need any parts, you can always check us out at 1aauto.com. Thanks. Alright, so one of the first things we're going to do is get this bolt out of here. To do that, I'm going to use a 15 on this side. I'm going to use an 18mm wrench on this side, which is the nutted side. You can use your hand ratchet or air gun, whatever you've got access to. Just try to get it in there. I'm going to grab a short extension real quick. They came through from the passenger side to the driver's side. Set that up there. This can move around. Clear to move on to the next step. So I'm going to use my 18mm wrench. I'm going to go right on this nut under here. Use my 17mm up top here. Went up to down, or straight up and down. Do the same to this side. Let's see if we can get this in under here. We'll get this out of the way. All right, so there's a stud that comes up, and then there's a nut on the top there. You can remove that right there. It's pretty easy to get to. We'll just grab an extension and a swivel socket, and we'll be able to get to it easy peasy. Okay, so I've got my 15mm swivel down there, a nice long extension, and I have my air gun. You can use a ratchet. Anytime I'm using an air gun, you can also use a ratchet. That's the nut that goes on top of that. Now we can move ahead to the next step. All right, so we're going to take these out, 10mm. We'll get this out of the way so we can get our mount down in there. Oops. Both those look the same. Set them aside. Grab this. This just slides into the air filter box like that. So you just kind of go up and pull it out. Set this aside. All right, so we're just gonna apply a little bit of pressure on the oil pan here. I'm gonna come right along the edge. And we're not gonna try to lift it up too much because of course the mount's still attached and everything. But we're just gonna apply a gentle amount of pressure, just like that. So it's holding it. Awesome. Now we can move ahead to the next step. So I'm gonna take out these two bolts right here, and that's gonna make it so this thing can come loose. Both those are the same. You can set these aside. At this point, this can move around. So now we're going to take these out. Use my 18mm. There's one. There's two. And there's our mount. So here we are, friends, a quick product comparison for you. Over here, we have our original torque shift mount out of our 2004 Volvo XC90 all-wheel drive version. And over here, we have our brand new quality 1A auto part. Both these parts are created equal. They're the same length, which is very important. You have the same mounting areas, right? Also super important. Everything to say about it's really very visible. Everything's brand new. You got brand new rubber bushings in there, obviously. New bolts. Comes with everything you need to go ahead and install it. With that said, I don't see any reason why I wouldn't want to install this into the vehicle, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. As always, if you need this or any other part, you can always check us out at 1aauto.com. Thanks. All right, so we're going to take our mount. We're going to bring these studs through these holes. Like that. Like that. There we are. Bring this one up over here. We're going to get these bolts. We'll get those started as well, and then we'll go ahead and button this down. Got our 2 bolts. You don't need to use thread locker on these, by the way. Some people might say you should, and I guess that would be your prerogative. I'm not going to get mad at you. I'm just letting you know you do not need to. You do you, boo-boo. All right, now that we've got all these started, we can go ahead and start snugging things up. Safety glasses. I want to try to line this up with the way that it was originally. Okay, that one's tight. Tight, tight. Let's move along. I'm just going to go ahead and snug these up. Tight. So we've got our nut, and that's going to go right on the stud on the mount up there. Got that started on there. Grab our extension with our swivel socket, just like that. Now I'm going to grab my gun, and we'll snug it up. Socket on there. That's tight. Let's move along. Okay, so we've got our intake tube here. We've got our squared end. That's going to go inside the air filter housing box down on the bottom down there. Just weasel it underneath these wires and such. Feel around. The hole for this is pretty close to the front of the box. It's on the side, but it's very close to the front, like right about here. We'll be able to line up these holes now. Screws. We're going to tighten those up. Tight. All right, so it's time to get this bar back in here. It's going to come right up and over like this. Line up the hole here. Get this one so it's sitting up where it's going to go. Everybody looks happy. Pick whichever bolt you want to start with. These go down and through. Just like that. Got your nut for the bottom there. It's definitely started. Bonk, bonk. down here. There we are. All right, everybody started in. Let's go ahead and snug them down. We're gonna use our 18mm wrench down on that bottom nut. 17 on top. Same for this one. Now we're gonna do this one. All right. There we are. Easy peasy. All right, so we're gonna torque this down. We're gonna get our 18 on the bottom there, our 17 on the top right here. We're gonna tighten this down to 85 Newton meters. There we are. One more time. Okay. This one over here, same thing, 85. So we're gonna go 85. There we are. Just try to get my wrench off of here real quick. Tighten this down to 85 as well. There we are. Okay. So torqued, torqued, torqued.
Thanks for watching. Visit 1aauto.com, your place for DIY auto repairs, for great parts, great service, and more content.